Who would have thought some of the best water skiers in all of America are right here in Central Illinois? Water Ski Club from Decatur has turned out some of the best in the business.
That's right, and they still have a few of the best in the business to boast. We head out to their spot now just off Route 72 on the west side of Decatur there to learn more about their national prowess on the water. This is home to some of the best water skiers in the entire country. A private lake in Decatur just off Route 72. The local water ski club called People Involved in Tournament Skiing, or P.I.T.S for short.
Here we go. There's about 10 to 15 families at any given time over the years that come out here and we ski, and we competitively water ski in tournaments around Illinois, and then hopefully there's quite a few of us that travel. We'll go to a regional tournament, usually somewhere in the Midwest, and then we'll go to a national tournament, which can be anywhere around the nation, just depends on where they've held it that year.
I'm a charter member of this club. We had been skiing on the lake, a bunch of us, and we were all about the same age, in our 20s and 30s. And we found this lake and decided we wanted to come out here and have a private place to ski, and it's really been a lot of fun.
Now his daughters, Kelly and Sarah, are the centerpieces to the club's success. In tournament water skiing, there are 3 different events and an overall crown for those who compete in all 3.
One is slalom, and then one's trick, and one's jump. The slalom event is based on, there's 6 buoys in a course, and you have to go through some beginning gates around all 6 buoys and then out in gates. And once you get to a maximum speed, depending on if you're a male or female and then what age division you're in, they'll shorten the rope, and as the rope gets shorter, it obviously gets harder, and obviously as you go faster, it gets harder. And then the person with the most buoys at the end of the day in your division wins.
Kelly is the 3-time defending national overall champion with event wins in slalom and jump.
I started skiing nationals when I was 13, I think, and I had a good taste. I got 3rd in my very first event at nationals, jumping. And since then, when I was in my teens, I struggled a little bit until I was 21, and then I finally won in slalom, and that was, the best feeling in the world, finally winning. Even though I consider myself to be a jumper, and slalom was my first win, that kind of threw me for a wrench. But it is what it is, and I do love slaloming now more than I love jumping since I've become a mom and started to value my body. Jumping it's fun, but it's also it's a scary event. So, and then to be able to repeat the last 3 years in slalom and jumping overall has been very satisfying. I'd like to continue to win in women's too, but we'll just have to see what happens.
So then it would seem to me you would be the best female skier in the country right now.
At the national tournament, I tend to do very well, but we have USA Water Ski has gone to a ranking system.
Sorry, she's currently ranked 2nd in the country, and just barely.
So every tournament that we ski in, it gets entered into a database, and then they have a formula, and it gives you a ranking. So currently, I'm not ranked number 1, and I'm ranked number 1 in jump, but not in slalom. I'm like 3rd or 4th in slalom.
Trick is just, there's 2 20-second passes, and you do as many tricks as you can. You can't repeat tricks, so if you do one trick 2 or 3 times, you only get credit for it once. And each trick is worth, depending on how hard it is, worth a different amount of points. And so you'll get a point total at the end of each run, and then you'll get those 2 runs, and then they total your points, and whoever has the most points wins. Jump is just purely a distance thing. There's certain speed levels. You can only go up to a certain speed depending on what sex you are and then what age division you're in. And then the one with the furthest distance wins.
Dean flies about 130 feet here. Absolutely breathtaking, but he still looks at his daughters in awe of their accomplishments on the water.
I'm very proud of them. There's been several other members of our club. In fact, the current men's world record holder in jump came out of this club. And he lives in Florida now, and he's a professional skier, but we're pretty proud of that too.
You certainly don't have to be the best in the country to get involved. P.I.T.S encourages others to take up competing or just skiing for fun with the family.
That's the biggest thing for me. It's opportunity for me to try to stay in shape and for the kids to have something fun to do with Dad. They're grown up and moved away now, so you know, there's not a lot of things that kids that age like to do with Dad, but they like this.
Even I got in on the fun. The first attempt ended about as quickly as it began. But once I got my legs under me, I thought I would try a trick. And then I thought again and decided not to.
We thought you were going for the ramp.
I thought about the ramp, and then I realized I do want to see my mother at least one more time.
One more time.
So I decided against it. But thank you, that was a lot of fun.
Good, I'm glad you came.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. You look like you recovered well from that fall.
Recovered well. Surprisingly, when it was all happening, I go, here goes the rest of the week, but it doesn't hurt bad. And I've obviously skied quite a bit, you know, in the past before. And it doesn't, you know, for those who haven't tried it to fall on water skis, it doesn't hurt that bad, you know, most of the time.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are going to hurt, but I was completely blown away by how incredible they all are. And you know, it's like we said, I would have not thought that some of the best water skiers in the entire country would be here in Central Illinois. I don't know where I would expect them to be, maybe, but I guess I didn't expect here. And the way that they move on those skis with those tricks and that jump, the first time he went off that jump, I'm trying to film the whole thing, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know, when he's flying through the air. It's pretty cool stuff. So yeah, definitely look them up if you have interest. They've got all kinds of events that they throw out there. The U of I has a club water ski team, and that's kind of like their home base, their home court, if you will. So they have all kinds of competitions and things that they host out there, and it's a lot of fun. So definitely look